This year, Fujifilm have added a brand new camera into their ever-growing lineup, the X-T100. It's an awesome entry-level camera and we're going to take it out for a spin. So what is the X-T100? It is a compact mirrorless camera from Fujifilm that is designed with the beginner in mind. Just a couple notes on the actual construction of the camera. I'll just go over what I like about it. So firstly, it feels really solid in your hand. The body is like a half plastic, half metal construction, so it feels quite solid. The 2.36 million dot EVF is nice and bright and super clear. And it's got a large 3-inch touchscreen at the back, which flips out and also tilts, which is brilliant. Another cool thing that they come kitted in the box is this hand grip, which I think every camera should come with as an optional accessory, but it's not optional because it comes in the box. However, coming off that, there are a couple bad things with the construction. So firstly, the lens that it comes kitted with, the 15-45, feels really cheap and very plasticky. Other things as well, which may confuse people, is that the exposure compensation dial on top doesn't have any numbers on it, so you have to look on the screen for you to change it. Otherwise, in terms of dial-wise on top of the camera, it's quite simple. You'll notice that in comparison to the X-T20, it doesn't have a shutter dial. It's been replaced with a mode dial, and the dial on the left is for film simulation, which is pretty neat. So in terms of the key features of the X-T100, it houses a huge 24.2 APS-C CMOS sensor, which is capable of a native ISO of 200 to 12,800, continuous shooting speeds up to 6 frames per second, and 4K video at 15 frames per second, which is kind of weird. But then again, it does full HD up to 60 frames per second. In terms of its autofocus, it employs a 91-point hybrid autofocus system, which is a combination of contrast and phase detection points for great accuracy and tracking. Look at this. This is like a transformer, dude. It looks amazing. You know what's really cool? The touch screen. Because I'm lazy and I don't want to press the focus button. There is a bit of a delay on the autofocus, just so you know, if you're gonna be using the touchscreen. But it's really good for like setting up a shot on a tripod, which is awesome. So one thing I noticed that's really annoying is that when you turn the wheel to change the ISO, if you turn it to the right, it goes down. But if you turn it to the left, it goes up. I think it's the only feature in this menu that does that, because if you do dynamic range, it works the right way. But ISO doesn't go the right way. So the touch screen, super awesome, super bright, works well. We're not even going to bother testing the video on this because honestly 4K 15 frames per second is quite useless. And although it does have a flip screen out, which would be really appealing for vloggers, it doesn't have a mic port. I'm not going to really go into that either. However, in terms of ports, it does have a USB port that if you want to charge the camera on the fly, you can with a power bank. It's got a charging port. So in terms of the autofocus on the X-T100, it is super reliable and very quick. The only things that I don't really like about the performance on this camera, apart from the really annoying placement of the wheel, the battery life. It is quite short. I came out of the store with the camera on about, I'd say 70% battery, and now I'm on about 30. So really, it can only take about 400-ish shots on full charge. Otherwise, the photos that come out of the back of the camera look amazing. And it's got a couple of nifty features as well, such as touch zoom, which if you're using this power zoom lens, you can pinch to zoom and pinch out to zoom out. And finally, it's got a multi-focus mode, which is quite similar to the Panasonic 4K modes. And what it'll do is it'll take a photo using every single focus point, make a little video clip, and you get to kind of choose which focus point you want and save the image, which is quite neat. So all our sample images were shot on an XT100 with the kit lens 15-45 that it comes with. Like any Fuji camera, the XT100 produces some fantastic stills with vibrant color and soft skin tones. Even though it's using the basic entry-level lens, the photos still come out amazing and we're super impressed. There's a bit of distortion when you're shooting out wide, as you would expect from an entry-level lens, but apart from that, it's quite sharp, and really, if you're using it for traveling and just getting to learn your camera, the image quality is more than adequate. So my final thoughts on the XT100. Although it's not the most ergonomic friendly camera and the lens it comes with is quite cheap, it makes up for it in every other aspect. If you're a beginner or a traveler that's looking for a compact camera that takes amazing photos and will grow with you throughout your photography journey, the XT100 is perfect for that. It embodies everything that Fujifilm lives for and values, with its high image quality and amazing skin tones and color. If you have any question on the XT100, make sure to pop them in the comments below. Make sure to follow us on our Facebook, Instagram, and our blog, which we'll link in our description below, to keep up to date with what we do in store and full written reviews on every camera and lens that goes up on this channel. If you enjoyed our video, make sure to like it and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on our next update. To 12,800, shoot 6 frames a second, 4K 50 frames, Full HD 1080 frames. Wait, what?